human capital.
I would love to talk with any teams that you think. What teams do you think would be more fit, if they have time, of course, for a bit to understand? So, for example, I definitely want to understand a bit more about how the Oxford situation works, to see how you do research, and I will be going to Oxford in 3 weeks to talk, 4 weeks to talk to the Smart City team on the council that does the research, and with Gillian Rose, who is a professor of geography in Oxford University. She's in the Smart Cities team there.
Okay, all right.
So I would be really interested to speak with them also to see their work there.
Okay, it's either a guy called Paul Beasley, or Dr. Paul Beasley, who actually he kind of runs our R&D centre he's head of R&D for the UK, but he runs our R&D centre in Oxford and sits on the lab, because as a kind of a large company in Oxford, and through that was obviously engaging in some stuff.
Of course.
The other one is he's actually here this afternoon, but Paul Broderick, who's so he was the guy behind Triangulum.
Okay.
And so he's effectively he's been our head of digitalisation for the UK for a year and a half or so, and so he's been engaging with quite a few of the cities.
Who is working for Siemens? Okay.
Yeah, they both work for Siemens.
Okay.
The gentleman from Arcadis.
Yes.
Is called Peter Hogg.
Yes.
It's Hogg has an H-O-G-G, and he's the.
Really funny.
No, it's me. But so he's the UK cities director. So he coordinates what Arcadis does in the UK.
Okay.
So they have somebody for Birmingham, and they have somebody for Manchester.
Okay.
And for example, for Manchester, we kind of engage with Arcadis because we sit on this northern powerhouse approach as well. So so we're on the Northern Powerhouse partnership. So again, looking at what are the key issues from a regional perspective that need to be considered. So happy to try and. Yeah.
Can I tell them that I first spoke with you and you gave me their names, or would you prefer me to just contact them?
No, well, I can link you in if you want.
Yes, of course, that would be great. Yes, thank you so much. That would be.
If you give me, really I guess the email you sent me probably gives an overview, doesn't it? Or if you can tell me something, if you haven't.
Yes, I have the website and the information is very small. Pitch.
Yes, send me the pitch and I'll forward it and I'll copy you.
Course, yes.
I'll copy you in. And then, and if I'm sure Peter will be. He's a very nice guy, Peter. But no, I'm sure he'll be willing to give some time.
That would be really interesting. Also, from the Sharing Cities, I have spoken with specific program heads. Okay. So, Smart Homes and another one. Smart Homes and.
So who was that?
Mobility.
Have you spoken to Sarah?
No,
Baker?
I spoke with Sean.
Oh, okay.
And somebody that someone introduced me to on the spot, but we didn't do an interview yet. Okay. And I have some interviews lined up, but that are arranged to someone else. Okay. But yes, if you know someone in that program that is collaborating with you directly, I would appreciate that, so I can see your direct connection.
They can tell the truth. Sarah Baker.
Okay.
Baker Barker. I never remember her name. I'm getting dementia. Sarah. Sarah Butler, sorry.
Butler.
Yeah. So she's the program coordinator.
Okay.
At Digital Greenwich. So.
Oh, I haven't met her. I was talking with Alan Mayer from Digital Greenwich mostly.
Yeah, I was involved in the actual original bids of 2014, 2015.
Yes.
and then for the implementation, it's a couple of colleagues who are kind of more in the kind of the technical bit of it. So I keep talking about it, but I've and had some engagement with. So I was just trying to find.
I mean, you're overlooking a lot of projects, so I don't think it's possible for you to actually know.
Yeah, because there's
all of this.
Trevor, he's the overall head of Digital Greenwich.
Okay. Which I haven't.
So I've known Trevor for quite a long time now. And you bump into Trevor at, and there was a guy called Paul Copping, but I think Paul's now moved on. He was focused on transport. Mm-hmm. But Sarah's good. Sarah's lovely. So again, I guess if you're speaking to her colleagues and Sean is what's Sean's surname?
Gibbons.
Yeah.
Gibbons.
Yeah. I thought he'd moved to the GLA.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Not he's working in GLA in Smart Homes, not in Digital Greenwich. They are talking with Digital Greenwich.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Alan.
Sean's a nice guy.
Yes, he's really good. Alan Mayo I've been talking with from Digital Greenwich.
Yeah, I've seen his name. I don't think I've met Alan, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. This is a lot of information. Can I ask you a more open question that you can respond as you want if we have time? Do we have time?
Yeah, sure. I've got somebody due to come in, but he's not here yet. So,
so do you see smart cities term being thrown around a bit in these days, like a buzzword type of thing, or do you think?
Yeah. There's a. I think the first bit was really good. If you ever listen to the Inquiry on BBC Radio 4, BBC World Service, there was a very good show about a month ago.
Okay.
So the first bit was very good. Basically, I was kind of interview. What do you think on what's smart cities? And then so there was me, and then there's a guy, and we were all interviewed separately. So the next person was a guy based in Ghana, who was. So I was positive, but basically it is a buzzword. We don't like it. But IBM created it, and everyone's kind of latched onto it. IBM have dropped it, but everyone still uses it. And so well, you haven't met a city that wants to be done. But the next speaker, he was quite positive as well, and how the fact that the cities could leapfrog potentially. Whether they're smart or not, still. But then the third speaker, she was from India.
Okay.
And she was negative, and she was basically saying that well, it's great if if your rubbish hasn't been collected, and you're a middle class in Delhi, but you you basically complain to the council by your app, but it's the person who's the street cleaner gets in trouble because they haven't cleaned the street properly. Now, you can argue, when we're in the UK, isn't it great that we can contact the council via the app and tell them they've forgotten to collect our rubbish, or there's a pothole, or isn't that great? But obviously for them or certainly it's her perspective, it's negative because unfortunately it makes it more transparent if someone hasn't done a job or whatever. So,
which is the whole meaning of public spending.
Well, yes. But and then there was a lady from the US who was also equally negative about smart cities. But but it's I think that particular week I had the interview and I went to 3 different conferences talking about smart cities. In fact, and then Future Build. That was I think it was 3 conferences that week.
Yep.
Talking about smart. Met Smart Future Cities next week. Talking about smart. But, so it's a buzzword. Yeah.
Yes, it is used widely, and
no one knows what it means, and you Google it and there are thousands of definitions.
Yes.
We wrote a nice book, or a colleague of mine wrote a nice book. What's our definition?
Yes.
I don't know if you read it. I haven't read it.
I haven't. I have your definition because I did last year. I presented in a conference the different types of definitions that exist.
Yeah.
and actually that is a very popular paper. A lot of people write what type of definitions exist. I did